momentum is louder than motivation. Think about it. Do you ever get a dopamine spike before you do something? No, because dopamine is a stimuli that activates after you've done something that stimulates it. It doesn't just activate for funsies. You do something to make that happen. And dopamine is what drives your motivation for the most part on a physical level. That's what makes you crave doing certain things. Now you can think about doing something productive and you'll get a dopamine spike from it. But you still thought before the dopamine came, right? You still gave your brain the fantasy that it's really happening. But then your life doesn't move anywhere and you hate your life and it's all shitty. But my point is, you can't wait for motivation. You have to move and the motivation will come after. When you do anything productive in life that drives you forward and you're not overstimulated, that's when you'll start to feel good. I'd say the first step, if you haven't done it yet, is get yourself off of addictions that you have. Stop smoking if that's what you're addicted to. Stop watching porn if that's what you're addicted to. If you're on social media all day, you're addicted. Get off social media. If you're addicted to Netflix shows, get off that. Whatever you're addicted to. If you're addicted to watching self-improvement like I was. I was addicted to like all this shit. But you feel me? Get off, or stop doing that shit. Once you have gotten yourself to a level where you're not just fucking consuming and you can hear the thoughts in your brain, that's when you got to start doing shit like this. Just because you stop doing all that does not mean you're going to magically want to create a business or work 16 hours a day or whatever. I mean, that's just unrealistic. However, it clears space for you to start living that life. It clears the path for you to start doing the good things that are going to drive you forward and make you better. And you don't have to work 16 hours a day. That was an over-exaggeration. But you do need to do something. You need to take one step at a time. Like the most simple one that I can think of is working out. But most people already do that and their lives are still complete shit, which is okay. Like I still work out. But I feel like working out doesn't really build discipline per se. It's like the worst way of building it. At least in my life, my biggest problem has always been my actions versus what I've wanted. Deep down, I wanted to be great. Deep down, I wanted to, and it's not even about being rich. Rich is a byproduct of what I'm trying to be. But I just knew I was meant for more as an individual, as a soul, but I wasn't living it. I was too stuck in vices and addictions. And my body and my mind drove my life through dopamine addiction and my nervous system just being shot and wired to run on the same terrible self-destructive loops over and over again. But now, the past few days, I've been having urges to change things in my life. I'm about to do another 7-day phone detox starting, now, today. I just had the idea. It was a spontaneous thought and urge. I think this started with the alcohol thing, but it's just been slowly getting stronger and stronger. I just have this urge to lock in and just fucking, for the next 144 hours, like 6 days, fucking lock in. I think it's 96 hours of awake time I'm going to be using productively. I'll be going to the gym and I'll do it. First thing I do is pretty much go to the gym, but I'll meditate and do breath work first. Then I'll drink coffee and water because I watch a Chris Williamson podcast thing today at the gym while I was walking with Alex Hormozy. And at the very end, he had an Element ad and he was like, coffee doesn't even affect you for the first 90 minutes. And I knew that, but I haven't thought about it lately. And I'm like, I drink coffee pretty much first thing. So I'm going to start doing my breath work and meditating and then drink the coffee. So, it gives me that time, at least an hour to, hour and a half. But then I'll drink my coffee, drink my water. Then I'll go to the gym. Then I'll come back and I'll do my creative work and the day will flow. But I'll be doing physical activity. I'll be doing mental training and growth. I'll be doing energetic spiritual growth. And by extension, my 1461 is going to keep evolving. I should just point to you. But there's a lot of changes in store for y'all and this channel and the future of it and the style and everything. So basically, I'm hungry. This is the best way to put it. I just suddenly became hungry. And I've always been this way in sense of I've always had these kind of spikes or jumps where I want to grind, but I never did. My mind and body were not conscious or controlled enough for that. I had the urge because my soul pushed it, but I wouldn't really take action on it. But now I'm just at a point where there's resistance to the thought of it, but not enough for me to not do it. So I'm going to do it. You feel me? That's the catalyst. And that's the thing right there. I just started acting, I started growing, and this was a process that took a long time. But of course, when you have knowledge of something, you can do it far faster than someone who did not have knowledge of it. And that's why humans keep advancing. And yeah. So if you can keep that in mind, just know at some point, you'll just want it. You'll be obsessed and hungry if you go through the right steps. If you stop overstimulating and then you start implementing the right things into your life, you'll get dopamine from them because they make you feel good. It's productive. It pushes you forward, and your monkey brain sees it the same way as it sees TikTok and all the dopamine spikes. It's surviving, it's thriving, and that's why it'll grow and you'll be a better human. It's about using the dopamine in a good way. It's not that dopamine is bad. But another thing that a lot of people say, I saw this on a Danco short, I don't know, a few days ago, maybe a week ago, and it was him talking about a big pet peeve he has is when people ask, so how long will it take to make my dream life? Because you're still an overstimulated, addicted fuck, and you want to fucking magically become somebody who can make millions of dollars or build your successful dream life and then go back to scrolling all day. I mean, I used to be that way. Like, that's how I used to think. But that's retarded. That's because you're still trapped in your current self and your mindset. Like, if you really took the steps to grow and you became that successful person, you would not want to go back to scrolling all day anymore. That doesn't mean you never enjoy life, you never watch entertainment. I'm going to keep watching One Piece. I think I'm like 2 weeks behind, 3 weeks behind. But eventually, I'm going to catch up with my One Piece. Whenever I've accomplished a goal and like I'm far enough ahead, I'm finna go watch all the episodes I ain't watched. There's nothing wrong with that. But I don't want to get rich, become super intelligent and smart, and become a top tier human just to fucking sit there and scroll with my millions of dollars in the bank. Like, that's not how it works. The journey is what gets you to the end result. And during that journey, you will change as a person. And by the time you get to the end result, you're not going to be the person who wants to do that. So stop worrying about how long it's going to take, because growth or your dream life is till you fucking die. It's not something you build in 3 years and then you'll go back to normal. It's pretty idiotic. It's something that you live for the rest of your life. It's who you become. It's who you are. That is your dream life. Think about yourself in the future. Like, think about your best self. Is he sitting there scrolling? Or is she sitting there scrolling? No. Unless you're like fucking delusional, but whatever. And by scrolling, I mean like all day long. Like, you could even scroll a little bit, but only if you have self-control and you're not going to be fucking doing it for hours a day. I'm talking like 10 minutes, like low key. Shorts are bad for you. But to get to that point, you simply have to start. And not because of motivation, but because that's what will bring motivation. That's what will bring prosperity. And that's what will bring you to your future life, to the version of you want to be. Step 1, just stop overstimulating, like in every way, shape, and form. It should be pretty obvious what is and is not overstimulation if you're competent or you've watched enough self-improvement videos. Once you do that, start doing the important things that will drive your future. Not because you're motivated, but because that's what you need to do to become motivated. Start working on that business. Start working on your skills. Build your skills up. Start posting on social media. It's free. There's no loss in posting, even if the content's complete trash. Like, basically all my 1461 stuff. Like, not trash in the sense of like, this shit's garbage. Like, the knowledge in it is good, or the concepts in it are good, but it's not delivered in a very engaging way, or I don't want to say addictive, but it should be delivered in a way that people are hooked and watching and learning and growing. But, it's like, it's bare bones. Like, it's ass, but it's about to be refreshed, and it's going to be a lot better. And then I'm sure during my next refresh cycle, it'll get even better. I posted fucking talking to a camera with my choppy ass speaking skills. Like, for example, Hamza. He could just talk to the camera. He doesn't cut much or whatever. That's dope. That's what I want to do. But Right now I go, and I had a you know what I'm saying problem for a while. That shit was terrible. What else? Yeah, I just have a lot of filler. And sometimes I speak too quickly and whatever else it is. But it doesn't matter because this is the beginning. Because I'm motivated to grow. Why am I motivated to grow? I'll let you guess. Because I fucking started. Holy shit. That's just crazy. Anyways, thank you for watching. If I resonated with you in any way, shape, or form, I implore you to like, subscribe, and turn on noties so you never miss a future upload. If you'd like to know me on a more personal level, you should check out my vlog, Joseph Marrone. The link will be in the description. Bye.